Yo, 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 it's your boy Top, and we back with just another segment. And guess who we got in the building? The one, the only, Bodine.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah.
to me, baby.
What's good with you, bro? How are you?
Hey, man, I'm blessed. I can't even lie, man. We right here at Vintage Vinyl, man, Delmar Loop, man. Y'all know, legendary spot, legendary location. Tap in. We finna get live.
Let's get it.
All right, all right. So, what's going on with you, bro? What you been up to?
On a personal front, I just finished school. I got my master's
Congrats.
in education.
Dope.
So I really just working a new career of being a assistant principal.
Nice.
So like besides like the music, like that's
Yeah.
my other career. Back in school right now for my doctorate.
Okay,
So
Dr. Bo.
Dr. Dean, man. So just trying to
Yeah.
get that out the way.
Okay.
And on the music front, just been working on like a lot of music that I'm getting ready to roll out for this year.
Okay.
I have an event February 8th
Okay.
that I got with A Game.
Okay.
More details will be announced like once this drops.
Yeah.
And then just working on like really just dominating 2025 with music, events,
Yeah.
and networking outside of here more, for this year. So it's gonna be a very exciting year. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Hey, that's a good look, man. It's looking up for you. And since you went and talked about your degrees, well, I'm gonna just spin off into the topic since
ahead,
we
bro.
on
Yeah,
it.
let's get it.
I'm gonna take you back then. Let's go to niggas with degrees.
Ah,
See, look, once
I
you
like
went
this
there,
guy already.
Look, once
I like
you
him
went
already.
there, I had to go there. You know what I mean? I do my homework. So, what mindset?
Can I say something right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right quick.
Yeah.
So that's a big plus, for an interviewer, well, like an artist or whoever you interview, like people that actually do their homework. You know what I'm saying, on like whoever they're interviewing, because a lot of times there's been plenty of times where I get interviewed and they don't really know nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just want to interview just because of the name or whatever.
Right.
So salute to you
For sure.
and other, interviewers who actually do their homework on people.
Absolutely.
And that makes the interview more like engaging and exciting, from our standpoint, and you
Yeah.
get more out of the person. You know what I mean?
Facts,
So
facts.
salute to that. Sorry, but go
No,
on
you
ahead.
good. You good. So, take me back to that day when you created that. Can you remember?
Yeah,
Okay.
niggas with degrees. I had graduated from Harris Stowe with my bachelor's degree in secondary education
Nice.
in 2013 or 2012, one of them.
Yeah.
But that song was just about like the struggle
Yeah, man.
of just going like sticking with school
Yeah.
and getting that degree.
Facts.
I had a whole bunch of friends that was out living their best lives.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't really tripping off school. And out
Chasing skirts.
chasing skirts,
Yeah.
fast money, and all that, or just not really tripping off school. Once they graduated from high school, that was it. But I stuck with it and sacrificed a lot. To get that degree, because I knew in the end, like the long run, it'd be beneficial for me. And so that song was just like a dedication to all the young blacks that took that route that I did. They stuck with school, they stayed out the streets, and they really made something out of themselves. Not saying that going to school is the only route, but
Right.
shout out to the ones who was just dedicated and stuck with the mission and got that degree.
Hey, look. You couldn't have said it no better. But then that goes to this one right here.
Yeah.
So I know you like the villain. You know what I'm saying? I know you like to be the villain, but you're more of a superhero than a villain. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Imagine how many kids right now, right, over the school that you over, or just kids watching on the internet, they see you still doing music. You can still be yourself. Still be cool, right? Rock your hair how you like, rock your clothes how you like, and still be educated, still do all of the cool stuff, right? But you do it on a level of where it's like at a master class. It puts you in a certain master class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're more of a superhero to show the kids that you ain't gotta be in the street to be a rapper. Because it's so easy to think that based on what's showed to the masses all the time, right?
Correct.
So you more of a superhero because you're showing kids that you can still be a rapper. You could be any type of entertainer you want. You don't have to go with what the masses say you gotta go with. And then they actually could see you at school. You see what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
have more of a presence, right? So I just want to give you your flowers and say you're more of a superhero, but we still gonna call you a villain,
I
though.
appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. So
My mom always told me, she said, like, you can be a rapper,
yeah,
but you're gonna be a rapper with a college education.
that's right.
You know what I mean? I used to be mad, you know what I'm saying,
I'm
about it
sure.
at first. But like the older I get, like everything that my mom and dad used to tell me, now
Yeah.
it just like I see it now, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I've been in education for 12 years now, maybe.
Nice.
And
That's a real
although,
accomplishment.
thank you.
Yeah.
And although, like educators don't make the most money, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying, starting off or whatever, or just in general. But
Mm-hmm.
I never had to worry about where my next, check was coming from.
Right.
When COVID happened, I was good.
Yeah.
I think that was the best. That was the best year ever. You know what I mean? Because I,
Right.
cause I got to teach. I said I get to teach at home and just
Yeah.
stay in my studio room and
Man.
you know what I'm saying, teach the kids. And I
Right.
can do that and work on other things that I'm working on.
Right.
So like although teachers should get paid more,
Mm-hmm.
it is like a lot of pros with that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I went back to school to get my master's
Right.
in
Right.
admin, so I can make more money. That's always been the goal, was to elevate, not just stay in one spot. Elevate, so
Mm-hmm.
where I'm at now, I can really back fund my what I'm saying, music.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So that was the goal, like with education. I was like, okay, like if I'm gonna stick with education, let me at least make it to the highest level,
Correct.
so I can really put bread into what I'm doing.
What
You
you
know what I'm
really want
saying?
to do.
So
Well, you want to do it all, but
yes, sir.
what you want to do on the other hand. Okay. So I like how you touched on the money topic, right? But I want to take it a step further, right? The job you do is really priceless. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's worth more than gold because you get to touch so many souls. You get to help people that never thought somebody that looked like them could help them. So that whole experience and that whole educational system that you in is priceless with the amount of work that you get to do and give back to the kids and the community. So without going too deep off into that, let's go into the project you did with September Blue.
blue.
That's I skipped a few. I want to go to Fro America
Okay,
because that I think that was the one that kind of, you know what I'm saying?
for sure,
They always fly, but I think that might have been the beginning of like I got on you probably like right around that time. I want to say
for sure,
probably a little bit before then, but when I really started hearing about you a little bit more outside of,
for sure.
you know what I mean? So all right, with that being said, let's talk about your project for America, how you come up with that.
Fro America was inspired by Ferguson. And it was inspired by that time.
Yeah.
Like I was really out there. You know what I'm saying? From the very beginning, like the day Mike Brown got murdered
Man.
in Canfield, we had went up there, me and a whole bunch of homies. Like, we heard about it,
Yeah.
and we didn't even like text each other. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we going up there. Everybody heard about it on Facebook, and everybody just went up there.
That was a time.
That was a time, bro.
That was a
and,
time.
And like everybody, I don't know what it was, but everybody was just fed up. Like, man, I'm tired of watching the news
Nah, for real.
and hearing about another black man or woman killed
Yeah.
by a police officer.
Reckless.
That was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we was out there. I want to say dang like a year. Just you know what I'm saying, just anything that was going on, we was out there.
Yeah.
You know, and
Campaigning.
Mike Brown wasn't the only one that died. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, during that time. I think Von Derek Myers, a couple others. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, but everybody was just outside.
Man.
You know what I mean? And
that was a time for St.
that
Louis,
was a time,
man.
bro. And
that was a revolution.
if you weren't outside, you know what I'm saying, like you really missed out.
Nah,
you know?
for real.
So shout out to, you know what I'm saying, the real ones that was out there, you
Yeah.
know, because a lot of people be talking about this stuff in their raps,
But it,
but like they ain't, you know, they weren't on that.
yeah,
They,
yeah.
you know,
It's easy to talk about once it's over with.
uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? So when I was listening to Fro America, you could go through that album and like literally be in that year listening to it, right? Cause when I heard it, I'm like, even the sounds, like the instrumentals, the lyrics, everything sounded like that time and what was going on in that area at that particular time. And it touched me. You know what I
Thank you.
mean? Cause I was like, man, how did he capture this and then put it out there to the public where you could go from, and 20 years from now, you could hear that and tie that to a documentary about Ferguson.
You
You
know,
see what I'm saying?
I call that album the soundtrack to Black America.
Nah,
You know what I
facts.
mean? Like during that time.
Yeah,
You know, if like Ferguson, if like the events that happened, if all that was filmed
yeah,
and captured, every song on that album could be the like the background music to an event. You know
man.
what I mean?
That was a time, man.
Thank you.
Uh, and you know, God bless everybody that lost their life doing that Ferguson riots and the killing
Rest
of
in
Mike
peace.
Brown. God bless. So,
And free the people that, you know, got
yes,
arrested, and it's some that's still locked
absolutely,
up. Free them as well.
absolutely. So, I want to take it to this. My favorite,
Sure.
one of my favorite songs that you made is Mental Vacay,
That's one of mine too.
right?
Yeah.
I was playing it and I was like, man, this so fire. Like, people don't even know how dope it is to hear something out the ordinary. You know what I mean? Because everybody need a mental vacay. This motherfucker running 24 hours a day. So any chance we could get to rest and relax and take our mind away from where it's at the time is a blessing, bro.
Yeah.
Because most people don't get to do that. So what headspace was you in? And before you say that, I could be wrong, but I want to say you touched on a topic about your father on there, right?
Yeah.
And that was that like the beginning to you doing that? Or had you been doing that beforehand? I feel like going through the catalog, that was the first time I heard it clearly, the why I started paying attention to it now.
As in like
When you spoke on like him working a job,
oh yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
being sick and not and feeling like he gotta still do that. That's on mental vacay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was yeah, that's the first time that I started really like
Yeah.
talking about my dad and just his life. And that kind of inspired me for mental vacay. I'm like, man, this dude been, you know, working hard for as long as I've been alive, man.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, I haven't seen you take a vacation. You took a vacation maybe like a couple times. You took
Yeah.
us to Disneyland
You say
and
went
stuff
10
like
years
that. Yeah.
without taking a vacation.
Just
Yeah.
always working, and you know what I'm saying, even before he died, like, you know, when he got diagnosed with cancer,
Yeah.
he was still trying to go to work. We was
Crazy.
like, bro, you gotta chill.
Yeah, he can't.
You know what I mean? And you know,
The
even then,
willpower.
like, you know, he kind of saw towards the end how, you know, the bosses at his job, you know, they ain't really care about him, you know. And my mom had to let him know, like, hey, my husband is sick. He's not coming in to work.
Right.
Like, you keep playing, I'm gonna, you know, take it to the higher ups or you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that inspired that record. Like, he like wasn't diagnosed with cancer or nothing during that time, but he was starting to get like ill and
Yeah.
you know, just really working too hard.
Well, I followed you through your music, so let's fast forward to the tape you did with Blue September.
Blue Fro
Blue Fro.
project,
Right? Yeah. So that's when it all unfolded.
Yeah.
You know, when you finally, I don't want to say climaxed about the topic.
Yeah.
But that was like the pinnacle.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure,
like
for sure.
it had reached its end.
Yeah.
And it was very touching, to say the least, to follow you from that point to that point. And like, damn, this man put his whole life. That's what I came to the terms of. That's what I understood, that all your music is based on the time that you in.
Yep.
And that's what makes you timeless.
Appreciate that.
Which most people don't understand that. But working, and the time that you in is the only thing that could ever make you timeless. You know what I mean? Because it validates a particular time in history,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's my opinion, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, give me the run through of that Blue Fro
Man,
project.
that was, after my dad died, my homie Darren Seals died,
I know, Darn. Yeah.
and just a bunch of other things was going on during that time. So that's when I really start. That's me and Blue had just really started cooking,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, I just need I need a release therapy album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't really tripping off no bops,
Right. Right.
none of that. Just whatever you feeling at the time that you feel I could, get on and
Yeah.
do my thing, send it to me. And I had drew the cover art like prior,
Okay.
so I could let them know, this is like the theme that I'm going for. It was like 6 characters, and 6 different moods, and
That's
6
crazy.
different colors.
Yeah, I see it
You
on
know
the
what
cover.
I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I did my research on like what each color stood for, and then I kind of drew like a character that represents,
That's
that
dope.
color rage, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, anger, or
Yeah.
cool.
To
Or,
go that
you
deep.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it was very deep, you know what I'm saying, album. And like Blue really captured, my lyrics with the music. And yeah, that song Catching Up, for my pops, like that was the first record that I did just expressing how I felt about his death. I couldn't really talk about it or think or come up with nothing, you know what I'm saying, when he first died. But once he made that record,
Yeah.
I had saved some like sound bites of him from some of his last conversations
Yeah, yeah.
with me, put that in there, and just went to work.
Now, something I noticed about your character, and I know because I got similar traits, and I'm not saying that if you don't have this situation that this can't be you.
Yeah.
But, I had my dad in my life. He was very stern, strict, manly man. So the traits of people that's had their fathers in their life.
Yes, sir.
And that's no disrespect to the moms, because the moms do a great job. And I know some outstanding guys that it was just their mom, and they harder or tougher or stronger than some of the guys who had their father.
Yeah.
So it ain't no knock to them either.
Sure.
But I'm just saying you could recognize when a father's been present.
Yes, sir.
Just through mannerisms, probably like his father. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way he talk, his sense of humor. A lot of those traits come from your father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, big shout out to everybody that got their parents still here, even if their parents gone, mama, daddy, whatever. We love them all. So I just wanted to point that out.
Appreciate that.
Moving forward.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go on this last project you just dropped.
Okay.
I don't want to butcher the name.
Memento Mori.
There you go.
So that one is that's me and Blue.
Yeah.
That's me and Blue again. Let me see. We dropped Blue September. We dropped the Blue Fro project 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
2019.
2019, yeah.
So this one was like 5 years later.
Because Relics was 21, right?
Relics was 21.
Okay.
And then so we was actually working on this since 2020
Okay.
during COVID.
Okay.
So it was originally called Frovid-19,
Okay.
but we had kind of scrapped that. And I was driving one day, and I was listening to a sermon. It was just on like the Christian, radio channel, and the pastor said Memento Mori, like remember you must die. I was like, that's it.
That's hard.
And then once I gave him that,
That's
and
hard.
we just started really building records around that, because we already had records that kind of fit that vibe. Like Black, man, some of them records is like, Black is from 2020. I think Pray For 'Em is from 2020, 2021. Like a lot of them records is old. To me, we've been sitting on them for like 4 years.
That's why I said a timeless piece again.
Yeah, like we always sit on a lot of those for like a long time. But Blue was ready to drop this album a long time ago, but I was like, nah, it ain't
time.
It ain't
Let 'em
ready
catch
yet.
up.
Yeah, and speaking of catch up, like my homeboys, rest in peace, Hills and DT, like they passed in 2023.
Okay.
And so I made Catch Up, still catching up. I mean, more catching up.
Okay.
That's one of the newer records. Uh, Omnipresent. She thought she had time. It was a couple like new ones, that fit the missing pieces of the album.
And I
You know what I
seen you
mean?
had the scriptures by him on the CD cover. So are those like give me the breakdown on what that actually means for the people
So,
that might not know.
so like each scripture represents what the song is about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So every song has a scripture, and that scripture kind of pretty much like that's the message of the record.
Right.
And that yeah,
Correct.
that's what those stand for.
And it's good for your listeners to know that because it may encourage them to go and look up that scripture.
Yeah.
And then when they can listen to your message, then they can put it together and be like, oh, and get the real art out of it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people just listen.
Yeah.
They don't even the art that you put into it. A lot of times go over their head because times ain't the same.
Yeah.
What people I remember back when we was kids, we was reading the credits and the CD covers. We wanted to
Everything.
know who was on the piano, who was on the bass.
You was hanging it on the wall, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So
For real.
we wanted to know every detail. We even called the numbers on back of the CD covers just to see if somebody from there was gonna answer.
Facts.
So
It's like this project is one of those projects where you got to be in a certain space
yeah.
to appreciate it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't expect everybody to when they first hear it, like, oh yeah, this one of the ones. Like
Facts.
a lot of people are gonna get turned off because of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, man, I ain't trying to hear that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
But it's gonna come a time.
yeah, it's gonna come a time where
Yeah.
you're gonna be going through some that I talked about, and it's gonna hit you if you stumble back across it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's it's just one of those hidden gems in my catalog that you gotta
For sure.
live a little to
To catch up to that.
catch up to. Yep.
They still gonna be catching up.
Yep, yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
when I come across talented artists, right? I always try to understand them from the inside out. Cause it'll give me a better understanding on why they do what they do, why they create when they create, why they take time, why they use certain sounds. You know what I mean? I like to know the full makeup of the artist. And I could take their music in a lot easier, a lot better. You know what I mean? So I think spinning off of that, I think what surprised everybody, right, was when that cipher came on, right? Everybody know what cipher I'm talking about,
They know.
obviously. You know what I mean? But if you want to tell them what cipher it is, you go ahead. So when that 30-second clip came across the screen, right? And I heard that beat come on and I seen you come up on that screen, I think the same thing that happened to me happened to everybody else. Because nobody has seen you, I mean, in the masses, come that type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it instantly caught us like, what the fuck going on here? You know what I'm saying? And off the rip, it was a killer. You know what I mean? And I feel like everybody did good. So I'm not here to take away from anybody on that stage. But what I seen was the star power that took over. You know what I mean? Just like going first takes a lot of confidence. You got to be for real about what you're talking about when you go first.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you had already showed the world that you had that confidence to do it. So I think everybody was shocked. That was like one of those things that blew it out the water because we wasn't expecting that, right?
Yeah.
And that was very classic for St. Louis and for all around the world. So I want you to break down what provoked that and what made you go that way.
So, Boomer had reached out to me about, getting on the cipher. I say,
Okay.
yeah, of course. Like
Yeah.
when he, I didn't even let him finish like his sentence. I said, yes, yes, bro. Just
Yeah.
let me know what I need to do. So like he eventually sent over some beats to choose from. I picked the beat. You
Okay.
know, everybody kind of voted on like the same beat. I just wrote like a regular verse. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is just a cipher. You know what I mean? So then cats started talking online. I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
I was like, okay. And then one dude in particular just kind of he was just talking extra spicy. He was just talking extra
He had a
spicy, man.
jalapeno in his
He had a
mouth.
jalapeno in his mouth, man.
Yeah.
That he choked on. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, hold
Later.
on, hold on. You gotta tell me who this cat is.
A game.
Okay, A gang.
Yeah.
Let's get down
Yeah,
to it,
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
You
So
know?
he was talking a little extra spicy.
Yeah.
So like the homie was like, man, have another verse in the tuck, because hey, they
Yeah.
may be trying to, they may come at you, you know what I'm saying, on this cipher. Don't take them lightly. I
Right.
was like, all right, so I had another verse just ready. I came in there, read the room, read the vibes.
You know it was blood
Yeah, I
then,
was like, all right, yeah, okay, that's the one I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
And then, it started, so I kicked it off.
Was
And
that bang that kicked in?
yeah, no, yep. That was Bruce. I mean, that was Bane that kicked in, man. And
Okay, yeah.
like a lot of people don't know, like I've been in battles. Like they had a Young Guns versus OG battle, that I won. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? That was some years ago with Slumfest.
Okay,
I've been
yeah.
in rap.
Shout out to Slumfest.
I've been in rap beats before. I've battled in high school, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? All the guys that I, been in groups with or whatever, like they have strong pens, you know what I'm saying? So I've always been around, dope MCs.
Okay.
So like that was nothing. It was just another,
It was just
session.
it was what you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for the people that don't know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, now they, know. But this is something that
Yeah.
that I've always been, doing.
I don't think nobody want to test the pen.
Hey, and you know what we doing now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've traded disc records back and
For
forth.
sure.
I'm having fun, you know what I'm saying? Because now, like, I get to kind of step outside of like just making a record.
Yeah.
And just be like, all right, let me go ahead and just, do a song,
Yeah.
just kind of letting the thoughts just run
Just let them
wild.
flow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like I'm having fun. I don't know about the other people, but
Yeah.
like, I'm having fun with it.
Hey, I woke up one morning, right? And I seen that Joker, and you put Joker on there. I fell out on the floor, man. I don't know where they get this content from, but this is nuts. You know what I mean? And I seen a lot of people picking it up. I seen a lot of people bigging you up, saying you got the edge, that you took it. And I don't see nobody disagreeing with it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And man, like I don't mess with nobody. So that's another reason why like people be shocked. They're
Yeah.
shocked of what they're hearing because I don't mess with nobody.
Right,
I don't
right.
mess with nobody. Like, I'm always supporting. Like
Yeah.
I even supported him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
mess
I
with
seen him
nobody.
on the album.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
on one of the
saying? Like,
earlier albums.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I always give cats props. They got events going on. I'm there if I can make it or whatever. And not just him, but whoever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But he had a trick card, huh?
try to.
He had a
Right.
seat, and that's when it always backfires. Shout out to A Gang. But yeah, that's when it backfires, when you playing with that trick card. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Thinking you about to get one up.
Yeah.
And somebody already at the entrance with the knife, like, nah,
Yeah.
not today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's dope, man. I think that battle was real big for St. Louis and what y'all did. I mean, that cipher was real big, what y'all did for St. Louis. I see all the blogs, everybody engaged, picking it up. They like, oh, this a Kendrick versus Drake, St. Louis type beef. Woo, woo, woo. Bo killing it, A killing it. So I think it's very dope for the city, man. Y'all killing shit. Y'all doing what y'all supposed to do as MCs. Leave it all on wax. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Leave it all on wax. Make some money together. And
Hey, and play the
keep
game.
it pushing.
So,
I mean,
with that being said, I'm going to say 5 names.
Okay.
Right? I want you to say the first thing that come to your mind.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you told me we could talk how we want to talk.
Talk how we want to talk. Let's
All
go.
right, so we on just another segment. In case y'all tuned out for a minute, tune back in. All right, so Kanye West,
Kanye West. Genius. Great producer.
Golden Lord,
No, that is Golden Lord.
the Golden Lord. You ain't seen him online? Nico.
Oh,
there.
Nico. Marketing genius. Marketing genius. He know what he
Agreed.
doing. He definitely know what he
Agreed.
doing. Shout out to Nico, man.
Yeah, we love Nico, man. We said the
Next
same
level with it,
thing,
bro.
Yeah, we said the same thing. Who was your favorite lunatic?
Murphy Lee. Yeah, Murphy Lee
Facts.
was he had the bars, man. Like he had the
Facts.
bars, and as a kid, once I knew Nelly had a squad, and I heard him, I said, oh man, he the best one on there.
What that boy say? I'm like an ashtray. I touch butts
Butts
all day. When we heard that as kids, we was like, "What the?"
I'm like Eddie, call me Murphy when you ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Murphy was cold.
Mike Young.
Mike Young. So we had our back and forth
Okay.
like back in the day.
See, I'm not hip, so this is news. This is news. I'm not hip. Okay.
We had our back and forth back in the day. I ain't got no issue with him. You know what I'm saying now.
So
Before
I'm gonna
that.
tell you now. I'm gonna tell you because I know you would think like, I wonder what made him say Mike Young, right?
Yeah.
So he's very vocal
Mm-hmm.
online in the underground community musically.
Okay.
So I threw that out there to see if he was vibrating in that area like that, to know like what is he doing, anybody checking for him, what's going on, because I know he had a gripe with A Game, and he used to be doing his rants online. And I just was wondering like, has it been anything on wax ever, like a back and forth with anybody from the underground? Anybody can vouch for him, be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I know he put a lot of music out, you know what I'm saying? And he got some fire records or whatever. But I was just curious because I want to know what a person that's out in the mainstream St. Louis, know about him.
I
But
believe he did like a diss record on A Game,
okay.
but A Game kept just
He kept pushing. It
putting
wasn't
stuff
enough
out.
stake there. for
So
him.
like I think it would have been more of a talked about battle
Yeah.
if he would have been more consistent with putting out what I'm saying, music.
Yeah, okay.
Because even with like A Game's records, he wasn't even mentioning them.
Last but not least, A Verb.
GOAT, legend.
Hey.
If some Mook my favorite battle rapper of all time.
sure.
I got Murder Mook as the GOAT. You know what I mean?
A lot of people do.
but if anybody says Verb is the GOAT, like, I can't even argue with that.
Totally agree, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we love Verb down here in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the first one with the making the lyrical miracle cool.
Yeah.
And doing it in a way where it was still like cool and over the top. And if you ain't had the wits to get it, you probably wouldn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But he was probably the first flyest motherfucker doing it in
Yep.
the city to me.
Yep.
Now, I'm sure it was other people before him, and it's gonna be other people after him. But to my knowledge, when I was in high school and stuff like that, when you heard Verb name, you respected what he brought to the table.
Did you go to the African Palace during like the
Oh
World
yeah,
War days?
yeah,
and all that?
you know,
Yep,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's
So,
where it all started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Young.
Yeah.
Young Holla.
Holla, yeah, Holla is
Young
a go
Ill.
too. Yeah,
Remedy
Young Ill.
Juice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Cash Yola, all them cats, bro. I was there.
Yeah, and those some guys that we don't talk about a lot, but they are the backbone and pillars in the community as well. When it comes to, because at some point, bro, it was no platform for real. You know what I mean? Then you got like the tough poles of the world.
Shout out to Tef.
Yeah, cats, the Saint
Slum Fest.
Slum Fest,
Shout out to Slum Fest, yep.
Everybody know how the blank space was frequented.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
In battle rap, battling has always been a thing here.
Yeah, for sure.
The High Point days, I was too young for that.
Yeah.
But like that was a thing. Then Word War, street status.
Street status.
Even at,
Oh,
even at Blank Space, they had
yeah.
the Sunday ciphers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cats will go there to get their issue off.
And not to mention, you had the J-Town ciphers too, the Jennings rap ciphers.
Yep, MVP in there.
Yeah, so can't leave them boys out ever.
Shout out to MVP.
Yeah, shout out MVP.
That's me.
Did you shoot those?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, Lil Money shot those. Yeah.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, I was tapped in.
Yeah, so
Tapped in.
speaking of ciphers, I know we had a conversation in the past about you doing a cipher with us. And, since you killed this last one, we want to know if you bringing that same energy to the Louis ciphers. That's the one that I had hit you with in the inbox and sent you the beat.
Yeah, man.
We want to know if you coming with the same energy, bro.
I'm always coming with the same. I'm always coming with the same energy, man. Always.
Yeah, that's what's up. Can't wait to hear it. Can't wait to get you tapped in with the network. So, if you could go back in time, what would old Bo tell young Bo right now?
I would tell a couple things. I would tell young Bo to finish school. Like when you're done with your bachelor's, go get your master's, get your doctorate, get it out the way. And I promise you that you will be further in everything.
Dope.
Because you will have the bag. You know what I mean? I will also tell them to, which I did do a lot of traveling, but I may tell like younger Bo, like, hey, maybe go to school in a different state where like music is like, like the main attraction. Go to Cali, go to, a school in Cali.
Right.
Or go to a school in Atlanta or like
Get
New
that
York.
exposure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So them like the two things that I'd probably tell both. Go to a school, in a state where music is like, booming, and get your master's, and get your doctorate, and see where that takes you. Get there younger, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I would tell him. And I would also tell him, I would tell him.
No, you good.
Do more stuff with your dad, as you get older. Take him golfing, you know what I mean? And, just do more with him, you know what I'm saying? And hide them damn cigarettes. Hide them cigarettes, bro.
And with that being said, we're going to end this on this note. Do more with your family. Take care of your loved ones while they still here.
Yeah.
Just another segment. Live with Bodine. Takeover Films. Let's get it.
Peace.
Thank you, bro.
Of course, thank you.
God bless.
Likewise, bro.